Welcome to the Fellowship. We are the fellas. Over here on the end, we've got...
I'm Talon.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Clem. We talk about random entertainment, mostly review movies, maybe one day video games and music. We're all practicing, and you'll see what comes. So today we actually watched The Beach Bum. That's going to be our main topic that we talk about. And we've got some just random shit we're going to talk about before that. So one thing I want to talk about is I'm excited for the new Lion King movie, but I watched a trailer that had Beyonce and Donald Glover singing together.
Oh, no.
And I feel like Donald Glover was a terrible choice for that part.
Why?
Because he has that weird, like, nerdy, raspy, goofy voice.
Is he singing like
He didn't
Gambino? Or is he singing...
it sounded bad to me.
Remind me, who is he playing again in this?
He's Simba. Grown-up Simba.
Right.
He sounded, he had that raspy, like, Donald Glover dorky voice. And then you've got Beyonce singing, like, full balls to the wall Beyonce.
Right.
And it just sounded fucking terrible to me.
Plus it's Beyonce and she sucks anyway.
I showed my wife, and my wife was like, "What are you talking about? It sounds fine." I thought it sounded hokey. And just then I started picturing Donald Glover's voice as Simba, and to me it sounds like it's going to be fucking weird.
That's kind of how Aladdin sounded.
Did it?
Like Aladdin or Will Smith singing in the beginning was just...
Yeah.
Super out of place?
It was weird.
Oh, yeah. Even just how the movie very first started, and it was just like right off the bat with singing, and it felt very awkward at the very beginning of that
They could have
movie.
done better sounding like the cartoon instead of Will Smith trying to rap his way
and
through the
then
movie.
and then there was the rap pieces by Will Smith, which
That sounds
But here's where Lion King kind of fucked up, in my opinion.
it wasn't. But that's the thing, is like it wasn't bad. It just wasn't.
It was weird.
Aladdin or Lion King?
Aladdin.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't great.
They didn't
And
have the snake in it, so I'm still like, fuck
That
you
too.
for not doing that.
Too,
Why would
for
you not
sure.
put the snake in it? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then, I
It
don't
had a
want to
snake
get into it.
fountain. That's about it.
Right? And like
Fuck that.
several other things hinting that there was going to be a snake.
I thought he was going to turn the fountain into the snake.
Right? That would have been
He's
cool. Or
supposed to
anything.
be the
Just
snake.
anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But they
I
got
guess-
James Earl Jones back for Mustafa, right?
Mufasa.
Yeah. Most of the voice
Mufasa.
cast is good. I love Donald Glover and I love Childish Gambino, but I just feel like that part isn't, because he plays in movies. He's usually like kind of the nerdy, shy, kind of dorky guy.
Right.
And but then when you watch like Childish Gambino, like certain songs he sings, he sounds fucking awesome, super like sexy and cool. But like, it sounded off to me. And it was like, you know his voice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't work for me at all.
They should have brought
nervous.
Matthew Broderick back.
Yeah.
Like they got
the whitest guy ever.
Well, he was Simba initially.
Right.
Yeah, no, I like his
should've-
voice for Simba, but then I kind of thought about that, and he kind of has a dorky, nerdy voice
Or
too.
what about
but I don't know.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas
Yes.
coming back as an adult to do adult Simba?
That would have been pretty cool.
Right?
Is he
He
alive?
like swore off.
I have
Is he
no
even
idea. I
alive?
have no idea.
If I'm not mistaken, he swore off acting because he wanted to go to Harvard. Or some shit. Like he left Home Improvement for college.
Oh, wow.
And then they kind of give him shit for it in the show, which is kind of cool.
Good for them.
Yeah. gotta give that guy shit.
That kind of takes me into Dumbo. I watched Dumbo last night,
What'd you think? I haven't seen it.
and Tim Burton needs to just go home.
Really?
He just needs to fucking stop. I'm so over his bullshit. I liked a lot of it, but there was so much that just was wrong with that movie. It was like his whole color palette, whatever he's trying to do with like that dark gray wash, like muted colors, it just looks shitty and crappy. It should not have been that. It should have been colorful. Should have been fun. Even my kids were watching and like, this is really creepy, Dad. I was
Really?
like, yeah, it was. But then Dumbo would be on screen. He was cute as fuck, and like they were like, everyone they're and then it would turn to some weird dark, shitty looking. It just I don't know. I was not hyped on it.
Was it like his other movies where everyone's pasty and they're gray around the eyes?
Yes, yeah, exactly
Pale.
like that. It's just, and then just the colors just don't look right. Like Alice in Wonderland,
Kind of weird.
it's just like, how it was like kind of just weird, like gray wash over everything. I don't know. I was really pissed off about it. It could have been so much fun. And
I also
just,
heard
like,
the
fucked
animals
it.
don't talk.
No,
I heard they don't get drunk. Is that right?
no. They recreate that scene. Which they recreated it in a good way. I thought it was kind of fun, but the overall movie was just ugh, to me. It should have been fun and like colorful and exciting, but like they did the drug part, and they're like making bubbles, and they turn into those elephants, and it does get kind of creepy and weird.
Okay.
And but then it was cute because Dumbo was watching it, and he's like bobbing his head to it, and he was so fucking cute. But then it was just weird. I don't know. It was strange. I don't know. I'm so tired of Tim Burton's bullshit.
Did you guys ever watch Big Eyes?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Dark Shadows?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch that one either. I've been off the Tim Burton train for a long time.
It sucks. He's kind of like Adam Sandler.
Dark Shadows was live action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, it was Johnny Depp's the vampire.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I don't know. It just wasn't that good.
Hissing at me again.
Nice.
Ooh, he's gonna attack me.
Go. Knock it off.
Get him. Kill him.
I hate getting attacked like
You
that.
guys been here for a while, and she's doing it now.
Yeah, she's freaking out.
Get
now.
out of here.
You're taking.
You didn't see that, but a cat just tried to attack me.
She's really nice to us.
Yeah.
Just no one else.
She already attacked me once. You can't see it now, but it stings.
She's just a little bastard.
Devil cat.
I had so much to say about Dumbo too, motherfucker.
I wish I had more to say about it. I just have to
Yeah,
say
you guys, I don't know. And then the one thing that ruined it for me is a lady rides Dumbo when he's flying. And it was
Woman power?
I hated it. No, it wasn't woman power. It was just the whole idea that someone was riding Dumbo as he was flying around, and it looked fucking awful and stupid, and I hated it so much. I don't know. Again, my wife didn't know why I hated it so much, but it just looked so dumb. So dumb.
So dumb.
And it's like an adult, 6 foot tall lady riding Dumbo, and he's like this tall in the movie, and she gets on, and she's like 3 times as big as him, and then he just starts flying, and she's just like, woo! It was stupid.
Oh, wow.
Super fucking stupid. Anyway.
So I guess, what do you feel like the tone of the movie overall was trying to go for? That's like I'm still confused.
Dumbo?
Yeah.
Well, it had a whole like undertone of big corporate companies coming in and buying out the little guy and like stuff. That's what I'm saying. It was just like this dark, like had a point to it. It's like it's Dumbo. It's a flying fucking elephant.
Right.
Why would you make that? Why would you tie in some weird agenda-driven like point?
Right.
Human nonsense.
It's an elephant flying.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Were the crows in it?
No.
Yeah.
The mouse was kind of in it. There's one part they put a mouse cage next to him, like he wants to be by friends, and then they never talk about it again.
That's disappointing.
Well, they let the mice out it then because they're like animals shouldn't be in cages and shit like that too. Of
course,
it turns into that too. Mm-hmm. But then they still kept animals at their circus.
They should have stuck with the drinking part. That's one of the best parts in the cartoon.
I was excited to see them do something with that.
I can't remember the mouse's name, but he falls in, and he sees his reflection in the bubble,
and then it turns into like
George.
Oh yeah.
And like half of the movie is that part. The movie's only like not even an hour. I think it's like an hour long, and that part's like 15 minutes.
Them getting drunk and going crazy.
It's the best part.
Fucking nuts.
It is a good part.
It scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah, I know, and I watched it again as an adult recently, and it is just as fucking weird as you remember. It is fucking strange.
I haven't watched that movie in a while. I need to.
It's the elephants in the Elephants on Parade song, the ones that are kind of like marching in place. They have a weird voice, but it's just like a silhouette, no face.
They have blank faces. It's terrifying.
Those ones scared the shit out of me.
They kind of do that in the movie too, but it's not creepy because Dumbo was like I say, he's like bobbing his head along, and he was really cute. Like, yeah.
Was it good CGI for Dumbo?
Yes.
Like the animals look pretty good?
Yeah, I thought Dumbo looked great. The design of Dumbo was great, and his mom looked great, but
his big ass eyes reminded me of Big Eyes.
Big Eyes.
Yeah, I watched that movie and I was like, this sucks.
I'm over Tim
It's
Burton.
on my no list, which sucks because Christoph Waltz is awesome, and so is
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Yeah, I was going to watch that because people were saying it was like a return to form for him, but nah.
It's like a housewife movie or something. It's just boring.
Huh.
Anyway.
What do you got?
The random post by Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston. It's black and white, and it's 2 donkeys.
Did that come out this week? When did that come out?
I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago.
Oh.
Maybe
Just
wrong.
just on one of their social media.
Instagram. I'm pretty
I've
sure
heard there's been like rumors.
that he might appear in the movie or
Yeah,
something.
but how?
Maybe he didn't die. I didn't. I didn't.
That's my thing.
I don't think he
That's my
died. He's
thing.
like smiling
Well, that's what we all thought.
to the
Yeah.
camera as he's bleeding out,
Right.
and I never really thought, oh wow, he's dead.
How I don't know how perfect was it though if he just died though. I kind of like that. And
I didn't say
Vince Gilligan is smart though, so he probably has something up his sleeve that's going to work. But I don't know.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to convince me.
It needs to be tastefully done. That's for
Yes, yeah, you're going to have to convince me all the way.
I'm very torn
For sure
by
about it.
this whole, even just the very beginning of them
Wanna
talking
hand me my
about
phone?
this, and what was the name, the code name or whatever? Greenbrier, is that what it was?
sure. Sounds familiar.
Greenbrier, I think, is what they're calling it. Anyways, the project that Vince Gilligan's doing with Aaron Paul, and it's what's the synopsis here? Let me look it up real quick.
I want you just remember.
Okay.
Just remember.
I remember here. Let's see. Basically, it's Aaron Paul's character, Jesse, after the events of Breaking Bad. That's what it says. It's going to follow him.
That's what I thought it was, but now they're like making it look like Bryan Cranston's
Right, he's going to be
back,
part of
too.
it and stuff. And it's just
Maybe
like,
he'll be back as a Force ghost.
I'm so torn
Jesse
by
gets
this.
fucked up.
I absolutely love Breaking Bad. I really do. And
Perfect. That's my start to finish long form show. That's my favorite one
Yeah,
by far.
I agree.
They didn't fuck up the ending. It went smooth. We don't even have to go into Game of Thrones right now. But they had a plan, and he knew what he was gonna do, and he fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Stuck the landing. It was great. I loved it, and I loved when we watched it because we had my whole family was there,
Yeah.
a bunch of random people there, and we told everyone shut the fuck up. We're watching this.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't leave. They all just sat and
That's
watched
right.
the finale with us, and none of them had seen a single episode of the
That's
show.
right.
It was a great night.
That's a show I didn't watch while it was on TV.
Yeah.
I started watching it after it ended because I heard so many good things about it. But yeah,
That was my first one watching on, and I got Brian into it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because I brought him over to my apartment one day, and I was like, "Bro, you watching Breaking Bad?" And he's like, "No." And so I showed him the very end of season 3 when he runs over the 2 drug dealers right before Jesse's about to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most holy fucking shit parts of the whole show. I just showed him that.
Yeah, you showed me that. And I was like, holy shit! What is this show?
Sold you on it.
Oh
though.
yeah. Oh, I went.
Yeah,
home
it
and
kind of
watched all
spoiled
of it.
seasons 1 through 3 a little bit,
for
but
sure, for sure. Well, no, I don't. It was. I mean, it spoiled that moment for sure. But I feel like just the whole ride is that whole story
worth
is
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
thing. That's why I'm so torn by them talking about it because I do want more Breaking Bad ultimately, but like you said, Vince Gilligan's smart enough that he could do it. I just hope. I just have a lot of hope that it is done well.
Has he only been working on Better Call Saul, or has he done other stuff since Breaking
think
Bad?
that's
I
it.
think that's it. Yeah.
And that's my problem. I don't really like Better Call Saul.
No,
I don't
no.
hate it. I just don't care.
I watched the first 3 episodes. I liked it.
I watched
I watched the first season.
Yeah.
And by the end, I just still don't care.
Yeah.
Like he's a cool character. He's an interesting character. It's entertaining, but not enough. And I just I don't care. I know where he ends up,
Right.
so I don't really care. And then I heard they were bringing characters from Breaking Bad into it and stuff. It's but we know where they all end up and what happens because Tuco was in the first season, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. I keep hearing
I don't
great
know.
things about the entire series too.
People are hyped on
Oh,
it.
Gus
Everybody
is in it. No.
talks about it. Yeah. There's a lot of reoccurring characters too.
I love Gus's death. That was
Yeah, that was
fucking
great.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Fixes his tie, then he looks like Two-Face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Falls over.
That show had the best build up and payoff
Yes.
Was
in
it
any show. But it wasn't gimmicky. It really just built up to what you wanted, and then what you wanted would usually happen, but in a very satisfying way.
Yeah.
3 parts I really liked in that show was she leans over to Walter and she's like, I fucked Ted. I like that part.
Yeah.
Was it Danny Trejo's head they put on the tortoise?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
yes.
part was really random.
That was
Holy
fucking cool.
And I can't remember the other one, but yeah, those 2 parts always stuck out to me.
Yeah.
I fucked Ted. And he's just like,
That's one show I gotta watch again. It's been years.
Yeah, one of the parts that always sticks out to me
Years.
is when the cash machine just falls over on the homeless or on the tweakers, the junkies head and crushes his head.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They're trying to rob it.
Such a weird side thing, and then
yeah,
just,
random
happened.
episode, but that
Yeah.
part always sticks. That one, and there's an episode called I think it's called The Fly.
oh yeah.
That one sticks out to you? I was about to say that one sticks out to me when I didn't like.
Everyone thinks
and
that he was
I
drugged
enjoyed
up
that
in that
episode. I really did. I liked it.
They're just chasing that fly in there the whole time.
Yeah, which it
I
doesn't
didn't
do
hate
anything.
it. It was just kind of a weird episode, a weird little side died.
Right.
What the fuck?
It has nothing to do with anything, but I like
Yeah.
how at least it had enough to do with like developing him as a character, and that was
Yeah.
it. It was just like
Do you guys think he was drugged up? Everyone thinks that maybe he dabbled in his own. That's why he was acting so
Right,
weird
right.
and fixated
Yeah.
on
I don't know.
the fly.
I don't think so.
I think he was just
I would.
paranoid
Yeah,
about.
I think he was paranoid.
he was kind of transitioning into like a psychopath
Yeah.
at that point. He would already kind of was there, but and then I think he was just so paranoid with other things going on.
Yeah.
I think we could have maybe 5 episodes about Breaking Bad.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
guys want to talk about it all day long today?
Yeah, no.
Let's dig into that another day. We're going off.
I could talk about Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
All day. Yeah.
What, have you seen anything this week you want to talk about?
No, I really haven't.
What have you been doing?
Rewatched.
You've been paying attention to your family, Brian.
I watched Prestige again.
It's a great movie.
You said you watched The Matrix again.
And The Matrix.
How do you
yeah.
feel?
I
about it?
love The Matrix.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys heard that the Wachowskis are
my
talking
only-
about it for?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. They're digging in their well now. Their
Yeah.
well is dry. Like
They're both,
Matrix 4. They're both women now, aren't
chicks,
they?
right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both women. And Michael B. Jordan, right, is
Oh, God.
is signed on to like star.
They're talking. Why would they do that? I think
don't
it's
know.
the fame of Keanu Reeves. Everyone's just memeing about his
They
ass like
need
crazy.
if they're going to do it. Keanu Reeves has to play a major
has to.
role.
Yeah.
And if he plays Sylvester Stallone role, if you're saying Michael B. Jordan's coming in, it's just like bringing him in. It's like I don't
Yeah.
want to see that.
Yeah.
I think he needs to have a. I don't know. Obviously the other 2 ended so unsatisfyingly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That I don't. They could bring Keanu back in and give him
So-
a good ending. That
well, it's
he deserves.
also open ended with this character.
Yeah.
I mean,
Backing up a second before we go on to anything else, I just want to say The Matrix is a very good movie still. It just hasn't aged.
the CGI is really good.
I would say so.
The
that's not
CGI
even-
in the first
that's
one's
not
better
even
than
thing.
the second and 2 and 3 though.
And that's the other thing is like it's not that it's bad.
There's no orgies in the first
but
one.
there is no orgies.
So I'm out.
But there was just several things about it, and I was talking to a guy last night about them. But it was like there's just a part where obviously Trinity's dressed in like a leather suit, like beating the shit out of these guys, and it's like obviously you'd never wear like this tight '90s leather,
So sweaty.
like
Catwoman would.
So sweaty.
yeah.
Can you
And I'm
imagine?
just saying, there's little things like that that like kind of give the year that the film was made. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, The Matrix kind of started like the sexy leather thing, though.
Did you guys?
oh yeah,
ever
the
see-
Matrix started a lot.
Yeah.
especially those slow motion scenes. You know what I mean?
At the end of the
Those-
day, I am not hyped up for a 4th one. The Wachowskis have proven that they don't got what it takes
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Like I don't know, but for them to go back to it, it screams desperation to me.
I
Big
will
time.
Say, did you
Big
guys
time.
see Cloud Atlas?
Yes, I like that
Oh,
one
man.
actually.
That one blew my mind. I mean, they didn't direct all of it, but
No, that was ambitious though. That one,
fucking way good.
that was Matrix level, like
I did not like that
storytelling.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
no.
Have you watched it more than once or just once?
No, I only saw it the one time.
I would watch it again if I were you.
It's deep.
I've only watched it one time, and that one time was a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I should go back and watch again, but it was just like so much to take in. I was like, holy shit! But I really enjoyed it. I
It's
like what
not
they're going
theaters.
for. You know,
Yeah.
not perfect by any means.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of issues, but it. Yeah.
I do want to read the book because you see how the movie translates all these different storylines. I wonder
Yeah.
how they wrote that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Everyone said that's one of those books they say couldn't be adapted. So
Right, yeah.
I bet the book is really
They
fucking
said
tight.
the same thing about Watchmen.
Yeah.
That came out.
Well, that's the thing. I really like Watchmen and I really like Cloud Atlas. So they're not adaptable, but I bet the books are just a lot deeper and tighter than the movies were.
The Wachowskis also did that one show on Netflix. Oh shit.
Oh, that 8 something 8.
Oh,
8 something.
It's 8 something. I
did
never
that?
watched it though.
like
I watched-
the people, like where they.
I don't know if they directed it. I think they wrote it. Did they direct it?
I think they directed.
I don't remember. I
I think
never
it turned
watched
into like
it,
an
though.
LGBTQ thing. Though.
Started as that.
No, it turned into that.
Oh, it did?
Why do you think it got canceled? Just kidding.
Or like, wouldn't that make it like run forever?
Yeah, everybody would
People love
it.
that shit.
Yeah.
Isn't that? That's weird that they like would be behind that movement.
Because they're women now?
That is really weird. That is so weird.
Yeah, they wouldn't be the directors I would think would get really behind that movement.
Yeah, no.
I wonder
no,
if
no.
they both wanted to be women from the start, or one of them did it, and then the other one had to do it.
I wonder that sometimes too.
Like, what are the odds that both of you wanted to be women?
That is
Right,
weird.
right?
And they direct everything together.
Brothers
well, like
to do that.
wasn't one of them a woman for a lot longer than the
yeah,
other
people
one?
talking.
I mean, maybe that's what it was, but
He started falling for his now sister.
He got weird. It's like, you're so fucking sexy. No. How do I stop this urge? I'm a woman now.
That's what it is.
I hate lesbians.
Yeah, I despise lesbians. I gotta become a woman. I know that will stop my urges. There's no way. Guys, stop it. I was gonna do a disclaimer at the beginning of this too, but I thought that would be trashy.
Oh man.
Good segue.
I want your guys' opinion on because Avengers re-released with like 3 seconds
I'm
more
glad
on
they
it.
did it. I'm disappointed that it's not beating Avatar.
Exactly. Okay, that's what I want to talk to you guys about.
Away.
Yeah,
That's it.
people are saying this is a shady cash grab to beat Avatar. Fuck yeah, it is.
It deserves
That's the
to be
whole
Avatar.
point. That's the only reason they're doing it. They don't give a fuck. They're just like, look, there's other stuff in it. They want to beat Avatar, and people are saying that's shady. Avatar re-released like
They did this, yeah.
5 times.
Yeah,
They did the
Fuck
same
off.
fucking
Didn't they
thing.
say it was out for like
A year,
124
almost a year?
days.
almost a year,
No,
and then
more.
they re-released it
Yeah.
after it had been in theaters forever.
Here's the thing about Avatar. It's a really good movie.
Oh, I'm not talking shit on Avatar.
There's a lot of
I like
blue
it.
tits.
I will talk Avatar shit all day.
You don't like it?
I do not
It's
like that
basically
movie.
Fern Gully.
Let's talk about that one day. That'd be a good one.
I'm down to
because
talk
I
about
like
that
Avatar.
too.
I'd like to talk with someone that
I
hates it.
don't.
like-
And that's, it's not that I hate it. It's just that I really don't like it. It's not. It looks good.
Does it, though? I haven't
It's
seen
a
it in
fun
a long
movie,
time.
but the overall story, the overall feeling that I get from it is just kind of. I don't get why it was so big. That's my big thing with
It was groundbreaking. Shit, the story wasn't.
I'll tell you-
Did you see it in 3D in the theater though?
I did. It looked.
It was
the
mind
the re-release.
in my
no,
opinion.
the original release. I
was
hate 3D movies.
Awesome.
It really blew it off.
It did. The only 3D movies that really worked for me was that and How to Train Your Dragon movies. Those looked fucking awesome in 3D. But Avatar was like a ride. It was great. That's a different topic for a different day
Yeah.
for sure. But anyway, I just want to see where you guys' opinion was on the Avengers thing because I was like, hell yeah, I wanted to beat
So do I.
Avatar.
So bad.
But I also-
Avengers
Avatar's
earned
good.
it way more, up and down.
No, yeah. As
Fuck.
far as a movie goes and the story,
What
that
they put
tell
into that?
and 22
Yeah.
movies into it. Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
You know what needs to happen? James Cameron needs to hear us talking about this.
James
And not care.
No, he re-releases Avengers himself. He's like, you know what? They're right. That was a
Yeah.
good movie. I can go fuck myself.
No, James Cameron would hear this and he would re-release Avatar and
like, yeah.
be like, "Fuck you guys, I'm the winner."
yeah.
No, that's what I heard. That's what's gonna happen though.
He's very ambitious.
Is
Because
Disney owns both of them
Right,
now,
yeah.
so you know what they're gonna do.
Right.
It's gonna be a marketing campaign. They're gonna go back in 3-4 years and re-release Avatar,
with the second
and
one
then that's gonna be the new winner again. They're gonna try to get Avengers to be the number one right now,
Right.
and then they're
Which it deserves.
good, which it yeah, totally deserves, and it probably will, maybe, I don't know.
but in the overall,
But then in a couple years, Disney's going to re-release Avatar again, and it's going to beat the record again. And then we're like,
you're saying that,
you know, and
they're
then
grabbing
in
the
a couple
audience.
years after that, they're going to re-release Endgame again, and they're going to just keep taking their own
They're gonna sit
title
back. They're gonna sit back in their chair
and watch us
keep
peasants.
watch Avengers and Avatar duke it out, which they both own.
Yep.
And they're just gonna sit back and profit on.
Yeah,
either
and they're
one.
gonna
Because
keep
we're-
re-releasing it, be
because
like,
we're the ones that,
make this number one again, even though
Right.
it all goes to Disney. It's
Right.
all
Yeah.
Disney's
that's
thing.
how bored they are. They're just re-releasing everything. They're remaking everything.
they're no longer in
we're-
competition with other studios.
sitting
They're in
back.
competition with themselves.
That's
now.
that's one thing I could say about Dumbo though.
So.
It was a very different story. Going back to that, I know
Was it though?
it was.
I'll
it
tell
was
you
that,
3 movies that did it first.
Well, there's been a lot. No, I'm just saying it was a very different story because people keep saying it's just a shot-for-shot remake, and it was a different story. It just was not the story they should have told. They should have told me a fun story, you fucking assholes. Like,
Well, and that's why I am excited for the sequels, because I'm like, okay, maybe
Yeah.
we'll get a different story, and it sounds like one of them is going to be underwater,
Yeah.
and I don't know, like maybe we'll get something cool
Did
out
you-
of it,
oh,
plus the visuals and
I
plus the
hope-
characters, and
I hope they pass on Unobtainium. Nobody wants that bullshit.
what was
Are we
it?
back on Avatar now?
Unobtainium, yeah. Are we talking about that?
No, we were talking. I was talking about Dumbo again, and then he was. Oh, are you talking about Avatar again?
Jesus.
Where are we?
No idea. I thought we were on
Avatar.
Okay, back on the Disney remakes. The Little Mermaid might cast Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
sounds
saw
awesome.
that.
That sounds
Take my
awesome.
money.
Yeah.
I hope she falls down a lot in the water, trips over her tentacles. Oh, dang it!
She would be a great Ursula. She would play
As long as they don't
Ursula.
make her a funny Ursula.
I think
She's gonna trip over her tentacles.
I think she's
She's
gonna
gonna
be
trip
funny.
over her tentacles in the water.
There's gonna
Fall
be
in
funny,
the
but she's
water.
also gonna be dark. Like I think it's gonna be a good mix of both because
As long
she
as
is
it's not as
known.
dark as Dumbo.
She's known for she's known for funny, right?
Yeah,
so
she's
she's
quirky.
not. Yeah, so we'll get
For
a little bit of
falling
her. Yeah, we'll get a little bit of her comedy
hilarious.
in there, but we'll also see like the dark or the darker. I guess
really
or-
serious.
They'll probably do it like
which is
Hades.
probably not gonna be that serious.
She got really serious for that one movie that came out last
Hades,
year.
yeah,
and I
it's got
watched
some
that.
fun, but still, yeah.
That one where she's like a writer.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that.
I want to see it, but I watched the commercial. And I was like, I don't want to watch that anymore.
I like seeing comedians do offbeat things.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when Jim Carrey did number 23. I love
Oh,
it.
Adam Sandler.
Adam
doing-
Sandler and Punch Drunk Love is my
Yes.
favorite turn.
Yes.
That one was just great.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Oh, fuck, what were we talking about? You were talking about, wait, what?
Avatar.
All right, speaking of Avatar, can I
Get
tell you
out.
3 movies?
Okay,
We're gonna go back.
finish up with that. We'll go back to their stuff next week.
Someday.
So Avatar 2.
It's
In the
It's
water.
underwater.
Yes, and I guess I'm just excited to see a different story in that world. It'll be cool to see something that we haven't seen before.
I just wonder if everyone's going to return. What is bothering me is the fact that they've been
Sam
pushed back
Worthington
so.
sucks. He's still the main character again.
That's fine, whatever. He's blue the whole time anyway. We don't have to look at his
He still
face.
has to talk.
I actually really liked him in the Clash of the Titans sequel.
The sequel?
Yeah. I feel like he wasn't being Sam Worthington. 'cause
I
for a
didn't watch
while
the
in
sequel.
Terminator,
Yeah, I didn't watch.
in The Debt, he's Sam Worthington. He's just like
Yeah.
this fucking guy all of a sudden.
He's
that's in every
cranking movies
movie.
out there for a minute.
Wrath of the Titans. Is
Wrath
that-
of the Titans.
Yeah.
I
I
never
actually
watched
really
that
liked
one.
his portrayal.
Yeah, I never saw
Longer
that.
hair. He had a son. I feel like he was more relatable and not Sam Worthington just
Yeah.
being on camera.
I think Sam Worthington. Now, now it's Jai Courtney. He's the new Sam Worthington.
Right.
Really?
No emotion. Yes. Oh, come on.
He's got a lot of emotion. Did you ever see Spartacus?
The Spartacus? Oh, that TV show?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Was he good in that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so that
Played
how,
Spartacus'
what
best
happened then?
friend. Do you want to know what happened? Spoiler alert: he's not in the whole show.
Because he was too bad. I can't
fire
stand
this
that.
guy.
I liked him in Suicide Squad, ironically, because that movie's fucking.
They say
dumpster
he's
fire.
returning to James Gunn's Suicide
Is he going to
Squad.
throw some more boomerangs?
I hope so.
The best part of Suicide Squad is when they say, you guys can go, I'm going to turn off your neck implants. And he's like, fuck yeah, and he goes. And then he just walks back into the screen immediately after and doesn't say anything. Watch it again.
I like it when
He literally, he runs out of the bar, and then they start walking down the street all cool, and he comes in and he's just like,
He
just walks in, and it's just, they don't say anything, it just happens.
Huh?
I like when they blew up that Indian dude
They
out
God.
of nowhere.
No, you don't! Talon, stop it!
I mean that in an ironic way.
Okay.
I'm not saying that was like, oh my god.
I like how they blow up. I like how they blow up the army guy underneath there. And no one fucking cares.
yeah.
As he lights his.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like how the fire guy was a fire guy, but a bomb of fire killed him.
It's poetic.
Okay.
Doesn't kill
you
you, only
say
makes
so.
you strong.
I like that dude as an actor though. He was in like Hostel and what the hell's his name? Anyway, whatever his name is, he
He wasn't bad in that movie, as far as acting, but what he was given to work with was just a fucking shit show.
That
God,
whole
we are
movie.
getting way off track
That
here.
whole movie.
Just like-
yeah.
Let's see.
the whole thing about it though. If you really think about it, Suicide Squad doesn't need to be remade. It just needs to a good
better.
sequel. Make it even darker. No Will Smith.
Darker. It was so dark. The whole thing was black and blue.
Like,
Like
was
darker
weird.
in tone, not in color, I guess.
okay. They just need to. I trust James Gunn. I do.
Yeah, I think
But
the next one will be
think
good.
I
Yeah.
just don't think it's necessary for them to reboot. Is all I'm getting at.
It's like a half
up the
reboot
shit
though,
you-
because half the people are still coming back for it.
The one chick
Yeah.
that puts together the organization with Batman's coming back, and Jai
Yeah.
Courtney, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
he's-
Is that it? Isn't
Those are the two that I've read.
Is Margot Robbie not back in it? I thought she was.
Well, they're doing the Birds of Prey movie
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, I thought she was coming back for that too.
And they also said
Not-
that
Well, I wouldn't see why not. I mean, if she's
Yeah.
doing that movie, and then this is obviously Suicide Squad, unless they're
Yeah.
doing what they're doing with Robert Pattinson's Batman and just,
The Suicide
or I mean
Squad's
Joker
gonna
and
be in
just
it.
Joker. I mean not
Yeah,
Batman. Joker.
they might just fuck off on the whole continuous thing and just.
do its own thing.
Do their own thing.
Yeah.
anthology DC movies.
What would be cool is if they pretend like they're their own standalone things, and they're like, no, we're just doing standalone things now. We're done with the extended universe. They do it for like 10 years, and then, boom, they drop a movie that it was all
connects all of
connected,
them,
and they're
yeah.
all in it,
That would
and they
be
don't
cool.
they don't talk about that until that movie is just like
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That would be fucking
That would
cool.
be
That would be one up on anything anyone else has
Yeah.
done.
Black
Yeah.
Mirror tried it though. That was stupid episode where
Oh,
the haunted
yes.
house thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, well.
They randomly threw everything together. It's like, oh fuck.
Well, they
off.
did randomly. No, if they plan it out today and then it ends in 10 years, but they plan it now.
And
They
it
spend a
all
year
works
right
out.
now planning it.
Yeah.
And it really is good.
Yeah.
Like the movie, all the standalone movies are good. And then they actually had like some big culminating thing that we were building to, but we didn't know.
Right.
That would be fucking awesome.
That would be
That'd be
cool.
smart. That'd be cool. They'll never do it. Ever.
because they're not smart.
No. They're going to keep shitting out whatever the fuck they can get their hands on. Anything.
Whatever.
They're making the Trench. Aquaman follow-up is just a
yeah.
horror movie about the
Yeah.
trench. I don't give
That's
a
a horror
fuck.
movie, though.
What a fucking dumb direction to go, though. That could be cool. I just like that's what you're digging for. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. You haven't watched Aquaman yet?
No, I
Let's
haven't
watch
watched
it.
the whole thing,
It's
but
amazing. Watch it.
no,
I really like it. I don't care.
I don't think
I was very entertained by it. I'll give it that.
It was a very comic book movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I will. I don't think I will. I don't know. I just we watched the first 20 minutes of it, and it was just I was
awesome.
literally
We
laughing.
laughed the whole time. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Django fed in it, man.
Yeah,
Old man Django.
do you
Yeah.
guys give a fuck that Daisy Ridley said she's done with Star Wars? Because I don't.
She said that a long time ago. I don't
She
care,
confirmed it recently, though. Like she's not gonna be in
Yeah.
any Star Wars movies.
yeah. No, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
but Good
That's
luck
great.
with
Was she even
career.
in the other ones?
No,
What do you mean?
I don't think she was.
I just don't. I didn't even notice.
She wasn't in any of them.
yeah. I don't. Wasn't she like one of the cameramen or something? The camerawomen. She was filming. She was filming.
I can't
the
believe you
movie,
just
right?
called her a cameraman.
Camera woman.
I've corrected myself and said camera woman.
Camera woman. Yeah, I don't really care. I think she's a good actress. I think that she's.
Did you see the movie she recently came out in? And they bombed.
Which movie?
Bombed. Like I don't know. The newest movie that released with
There's
her
a
in it.
Philia, or whatever it's called.
That might have been it actually.
I don't know when it comes out. That's the one we were talking about last time with Clive Owen, where he looks good for the part. It's like based way back in the day. He's got long hair. But
Yeah, that might be it.
well, she did Murder on the Orient
Tanked.
Express.
That tank, it was like they're making a sequel.
No. That didn't
not
take.
that, not
that
that.
movie was awesome.
Was it
The one-
Ophelia then?
Ophelia's, I think, what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think that's the one. It
That didn't come out yet. It came out this Friday.
Yeah.
No, I know it's just being reviewed.
Oh
I'm just saying,
yeah,
I saw
the reviews are
and
very
It's like, well, yeah, it's all sorry,
middling.
it didn't tank. I'm just
They're
saying, like,
middling reviews.
right? It just, I just was reading up on it, and they were basically saying like, don't watch this movie. You have no like,
Reviews-
That makes me
literally,
wanna
like,
watch it.
don't watch it. Like,
I hate it when
okay,
people say don't watch it. Because I'm drawn in like a mosquito. I'm like, let me do it.
Speaking of being drawn in like a mosquito, The Beach Bum was awesome.
It was way cool.
I loved that movie.
yeah.
It lost me there for a little bit
So
at a certain point, but for the most part, that was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had with a movie probably in a while.
yeah,
It was really fun. They don't make movies like that anymore.
Pretty
Yeah.
wild.
Let me.
It reminded me of Our Idiot Brother and Forrest Gump. Just like this weird off-center adventure, just meeting random
You know what it
characters.
reminded me of? This is going to sound weird. Go with me here. Let me flesh this out.
Okay.
It reminded me of a Pixar movie for adults. Based on the music and the characters
Okay,
and just all of it, especially the music. That's what triggered it. And I was like, this
music
kind of
is
is
cool.
like that. Because it was like just this goofy little character here. And then he just has all these colorful, fun people around him all the time. He's getting into like nonsense. It didn't have a straight line story like a
At
Pixar
all.
movie would, but like the little parts, like there was little parts. I feel like it was like picked up from from that, like when his wife died.
Yeah.
That whole part, which
It was
is like it
sad.
reminded me of Up. I feel like I was watching Up there. and it was
I
just
wasn't
so.
expecting her to die.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
It
and even
was-
that was kind of why I sniffled or whatever, because it was like,
Sniffle.
yeah. I just.
I mean, that's why sniffle
So that's why I
or
chuckled.
whatever.
That's why. That's why I chuckled when she died, because it was like she was like literally talking like normal, and then she was like,
She's like, you're fucking crazy.
Oh, and then he was just like,
yeah. He's like, okay, well.
I almost cried. Like really, I almost cried at that part. I was
It
like,
was
wow,
It was done really well.
that
I just feel like it
really
was
sad.
very abrupt for her to be like, yeah. Well, he's like, what should we do? And she's like, yeah, we should like.
You're fucking crazy.
And then she just,
Dead.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
I did
But
really like
followed
the
up.
scene before that.
when they were dancing to the music.
Oh, that part was so cool.
The editing was awesome. I loved it. Was super unique and strange because they clearly certain parts, like they filmed like the whole scene, a couple scenes, and they kept like editing between like all three scenes, you know.
Right.
But it flowed though well, you know?
Yeah.
Because like the part when they were like dancing with each other, they're dancing in the bar, then they're dancing on the dock, then they're singing in the car, and then they were dancing in random places, and it was like all different scenes, but like it was spliced together as one scene.
Right.
But it worked really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And they did that a few times. Like what were the other times? Like when he's talking to the lawyer on the boat.
Oh yeah.
And they were just like
Yeah.
mid conversation, but then they're still continuing that conversation in a different spot,
Right. And then
it kept,
a different spot.
Yeah, it kept doing stuff
Yeah.
like that. The whole thing, I loved that.
You know what
Yeah.
they should have called the movie? Montage the movie.
Yeah.
That's all it really was.
There was-
because you guys joked
Yes.
about it first
At the
but
beginning, yeah.
fucking movie.
It
It's
was-
just a song and him doing cocaine off people's asses.
Yes,
right.
yeah. A lot of tits in the movie.
So real quick, let me read IMDb's quick synopsis.
how quick is it?
Real quick. A rebellious stoner
Quick.
named Moondog lives life by his own rules. Boom.
Basically.
So,
That's what I was expecting, but I got more out of it than I was expecting.
oh yeah, no. So I didn't. I mean, I watched the trailer when you guys,
Yeah.
asked between the two movies we were gonna watch, and I watched the trailer and I was like, okay. And like you said, it looked like a movie that kind of could go crazy at the end, right?
I thought it was
slowly
gonna go
gonna
crazy.
spiral out of control,
And
and
it never really did.
and it didn't, and that was awesome about it, and it did a really good job with that because of the music, like you
Yeah.
said. So like the music, this like testified to me how well music. Or how powerful music is in anything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because there were some very serious moments in this movie, but then it would always just be like this lighthearted, like
Yeah.
like beat, like in the background, to where it wasn't like you're like trying to feel that, but you. And there's movies that I've watched that where it's like, okay, this music is completely out of place.
Oh, yeah.
But then this movie, I felt like was gonna be like that with the first little music and stuff.
Yeah.
And then as you watch it, you're like, oh, it's trying to say, and then he even says it. He's just trying to be. He's happy and he's looking for happiness always, and he's like looking for
Yeah.
the fun in everything.
what he
right?
was
To
saying
have
that anyone was
fun.
getting interviewed. Oh,
Yeah.
like it spoke to me a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's not realistic because none of us can really live that way.
No.
Like maybe we can.
We could.
Maybe we can, but like
Let's plan
just
on it
like
for
him
sure.
talking, it's just like I envy like that lifestyle. It's
Just
like,
living free, yeah.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
like when he's like I just push a little further and further, and you get deeper and deeper in that hole, But like
Right.
that's where like my mind opens up, and whatever the fuck he said, I wanted to record that. Just whatever he was saying, just like it
Yeah.
sounded so good, and then just randomly. They're like, why do you wear women's clothes? And they just wore women's clothes the rest of the movie for no reason. They never talk about it. It made no sense. And he never did before.
Yeah.
Maybe he
yeah.
didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Until it was brought up. Like, fuck, man, I am.
Yeah.
And then when he won the
Holy
Pulitzer
shit.
Prize at the end, I swear to God, I didn't know if that was him hallucinating
Right.
it forever, and then all of a sudden it was just like, because his daughter didn't have her husband, it just seemed so weird. The whole women clothes thing was going on. It kept cutting back to him interviewing with that guy, and I thought that was just like a pipe dream. But no, he really won it.
I shit you not. Because the title is The Beach Bum, near the end, especially when the Pulitzer part was announced, I was like,
Yeah.
what if he actually is just a hobo? And he's just
Yeah.
drugged up and imagining this whole movie.
Yes.
I was kind of hoping for that
Right.
random, like,
That too, yeah.
he's just a fucking junkie dreaming, man.
I'm glad they didn't, though.
Me too. It ended great.
That would have been
Little
interesting,
above.
but I almost appreciate more that it wasn't that,
was
because
like
that's
an
what we
actual
think.
story.
It really was like just this weird guy's crazy story.
Well, that's why I say it reminded me of Forrest Gump. It was just as absurd as his story. It's just
Yes.
all this crazy shit keeps happening, colorful characters.
Well, now, yes, that was the
Yeah.
other thing was like, he was living through all these other people, right? And their experiences he was having with these other people, like Zac Efron and what's his name?
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Flip it off.
Yeah,
That's when I thought shit was gonna get crazy. I thought he was just gonna die and it was gonna take a dark turn, but he just got his foot bit off. And they joked
and then
about
he's
it.
like, they joked about it. He's like, all right,
Trades him his hat for his foot. It was funny.
Yeah, it was a very funny movie too. It was.
Very
funny.
like I said, it was just so
when he pushes that
light
woman
and just
Yeah.
in the wheelchair.
Yes. Don't know who that was. I think that might have been his mom.
No idea.
Smashes her into the wall.
In the background.
Grabs her his dick.
Yeah.
Just like,
Oh yeah, did you
only
see the
about
whole-
5.5. Whew.
Do you think that was his real penis?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Matthew McConaughey just doesn't give a shit. He's
No,
just
I think
whipping it
Matthew
out.
McConaughey was just fucking going for it, and I appreciate him for
Speaking
that.
of him,
Yeah.
I honestly forgot I was watching Matthew McConaughey. I shit you not, I was like, this dude is fucking crazy. And then
Yes.
there's some angles where it'd show his face. I'm like, oh yeah, it is Matthew McConaughey.
The only time it really looked like
Did a
him
good
was the
job.
one time when he put his glasses all the way up and held his hair up, and
Yeah.
like, there he is, and then he
Yeah,
put him
yeah.
back down and had that fucking stupid visor thing the whole fucking movie.
He did a good job. I thought I was watching Moondog. I didn't feel like I was
No,
watching
yeah.
Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
yeah.
I love Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
He's been very underappreciated because he kept taking super shitty roles.
Well, at the beginning he was
when he
great.
was
He's
younger.
kind of like a Ryan Reynolds, right? Where like Ryan Reynolds' character, that's all
He was the
just
sexy
that,
guy,
Just that
you know.
beginning, yeah. But then
Mud?
he's gotten more.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I love
was
Mud.
awesome.
We talked about Mud because we made fun of Ty Sheridan last week.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you guys see Dallas Buyers Club?
Yes. Great
Oh
in
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That movie was stressful. but it was good.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
It was a great movie.
I think he was great in Interstellar.
Interstellar, yeah.
What else?
Magic Mike, huh?
I have not seen that
One
one.
of the wieners on screen?
No. My favorite thing with Matthew McConaughey is True Detective. But
Yeah,
that's
True
just-
Detective. That was right in the middle of that too. Yeah.
yeah.
That's fucking fantastic. He's a great actor.
I made two comparisons watching this movie. Moondog reminds me of
Killer Joe.
Rich Lebowski.
Yeah, totally,
It
totally.
reminds me of Hobo Gatsby.
Hobo Gatsby. So I loved that he was just like filthy rich too.
Yeah.
It was just like great.
Well, at the beginning, you don't think that, like, the very beginning of the movie sets you up to where you think you're literally going to be watching a beach bum, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's
just-
like walking on the
that
beach, he's got the
whole
cat
boat
and like
thing.
the whole thing. Yeah, and the boat.
That was
yeah,
so great.
yeah.
Just as soon as like he lives there.
But then he shows up to his wife at his like $1 billion home or whatever.
It's like, I forgot how rich we are.
Yeah.
Playing the piano really, really well. And then she serves him a Pabst Blue Ribbon on
Yeah.
a tray.
The maid. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It's
Yeah.
a dirty beer, too.
No, that was the cool part about the movie too. Is it was very. I feel like most of the comedy was very subtle comedy. It wasn't trying to be funny, right? It
No,
wasn't
yeah, it
trying-
was more
It was
real.
more just like you're watching. What you're watching is funny, right? Not what
Yeah.
they're saying. What you're watching.
I feel like the comedy was really quirky, kind of like Wes Anderson films.
There were
It
there were
was,
several comedic parts like that.
Like, you
I will
have to appreciate that humor, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Like I
the
said,
the
yeah.
lightheartedness, like you were saying with the music.
It just felt,
trying to keep
it was just fun to watch.
yeah.
All the characters are interesting
To
and
keep
funny.
light, even though it was like these. There was that was the other
Jonah
thing I was
Hill.
gonna say is like all the character, all these colorful characters you were talking about. They all have like their own problems, and you can tell they're all kind of in their own like lives. And then he just stumbles upon each one of them and like lives a little bit of their life at a time.
I also like that each of these characters were funny.
And interesting.
Yeah,
Jonah Hill made his
Yeah.
call him a chiropractor comment.
That was so funny. That made me laugh. Probably that was probably my favorite part.
Zac Efron's pants.
Yeah.
It's such a...
Zac Efron's beard and hair and his pants and his glasses and him smoking that e-cig the whole time.
Stuck in the
And then he
90s.
bashes a bottle on that dude's head. Like,
Yeah, the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
Fucking,
that reminded me of Clockwork Orange. I'm like, little anarchist.
Yeah,
shit.
that was it. It was kind of shot like that too.
Definitely.
And like, let's talk about how beautiful like every single shot was.
Yeah, it was.
You can tell they like really planned out. They waited for the sunset. They waited for the sun to come up. Like everything was just like perfect. The lighting was perfect. It looked fucking great.
Because Zac
I was
Efron
thrilled
says
by
it.
that.
He's doing his little poem off beat, and Zac Efron's like, "Oh, that was beautiful." He's like, "No, man, there it is. It's shining on you." But right as he says it, the sun kind of like peeked over on him.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, all of the shots just like were getting me. I was just like was really entranced by it. He kind of started that with Spring Breakers, but he much better right here.
Yeah.
But here's the irritating thing about it. We obviously enjoyed this movie. It was great. Mm-hmm. But I wrote it down. The critics' reviews, 55%. They didn't like it.
The audience
Audience.
reviews is 30%.
30.
People
Oh, wow.
hated it. That's why I wanted to watch it because I was like, ooh, I think we'll get. This is going to be a mixed movie here, but we all loved it.
I liked it more than Spring Breakers.
I liked it way more. This is my favorite movie from him.
Is it a him? Isn't the name Harmony?
Yeah, it's a guy.
I've only
I
seen
have no idea.
these two movies. What did he do before?
As far as movies he's directed, this is leaps and bounds his best one in my
Okay.
opinion. They've been really weird things. Spring Breakers was his first kind of mainstream thing,
okay.
which I liked. I actually really enjoyed
Yeah,
that
it
movie.
was
It was. I don't
it was
know.
okay. I wasn't. a
I've
big
never
fan of
watched it
but-
again, but I
You
think
want to borrow it? I own it.
no, I don't want to watch it again. And he made one called Trash Humpers, which I tried to watch, which was stupid.
Oh, wow.
I didn't like that. He made one called Mr. Lonely. That one made me feel really weird, and I did not like it at all. It's about a Michael Jackson impersonator and a Marilyn Monroe impersonator. They meet each other, and then they sail to this little island that
They really
celebrity
are.
impersonators live on. And it was just weird, and it was just so unfocused and strange. I did not like it.
Okay.
This sounds like that one Nicole Kidman movie that came out forever. It was like they tried to be artsy.
Oh, don't tell me about. I want to watch that. I haven't
You know what
watched
I'm
it yet.
talking about? It's like the
Dog Tooth or something. No, not Dogtooth.
Dogtown.
Dogtown. Yes,
That movie's fucking.
it's made by Lars von Trier.
Yeah.
We should watch some of his movies sometime.
I
'cause
do
they're
want to watch.
fucked
Oh, I do
up.
want to watch that.
Dogtown's weird.
The house that Jack built.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Especially when you showed me the trailer.
Yeah, I want to watch that one
That's the
too.
one- We should watch that one.
Yeah.
You go to church after watching that movie.
Yeah.
Have you watched much stuff by him?
Yeah, I watched it. What is it, Melancholia?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
man.
seen that one.
Did you watch Antichrist?
No, I haven't seen Antichrist.
Lady cuts her clit off in it.
Oh wow.
It's real
I'm-
graphic and disgusting.
Going home
Yep.
and seeing that right after
Super
this.
gross.
Puts the bean on the
Super
table.
weird, and then
There you
she
go.
bashes her husband's dick and balls in.
Jesus.
It's so gross.
Sounds like Hostel 2.
Sounds
and
like an Antichrist.
It's actually a pretty good movie though.
Talented
Is it?
Mr. Ripley.
Really fucked up.
Towns of Mr. Ripley.
That's a good movie too.
But
Yeah, Melancholia. I liked Melancholia for the.
I didn't really like Melancholy.
It's
I liked it because it was trying to portray depression, right?
yeah.
Well, they knew the world was
Well, it was
ending.
depressing.
I know it was.
It was depressing. They got me.
But that's the thing is, like, I feel like a lot of his movies, he tries to pinpoint like that feeling, whatever that feeling he's trying to go for, right?
Yeah.
So like in that movie, it was depression. I'm sure in the house that Jack built is probably some.
He
type
did that
of-
too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gotten. We're talking about a different guy now, right?
Oh shit.
Okay, yes, this isn't the guy that made Beach Bum.
Yeah,
we're on,
yeah.
we're on
That-
Lars
yeah.
von
Lars
Trier.
von Trier. Sorry, yeah.
I don't know. He's got very like moments of greatness, and at other times I think he's fucking pretentious as shit, and he's like loves the smell of his own farts, big time.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
Okay.
But that's the thing about him.
Who does?
We all do. Come on. It's not that bad.
Some might say great.
Yeah, just Wes Anderson, Darren Aronofsky, the dude you guys are talking about. Fuck, there's one more. They are their own brand. You know what I mean? The
Yes,
guy that did
yeah.
The Lobster and
Oh yeah.
Killing of a Sacred Deer. Like they have this
some good
offbeat
stuff.
greatness to them, but it's so just out there
It's
that you
out
have
there.
to be open to watching these.
Yeah.
That's what's so beautiful about movies, and these movies in particular is like they're like these people that direct, you can tell they directed this movie because of
Oh,
this,
yeah.
right? Like they all have their own, like you said, brand, their own smell of farts or whatever.
Yeah.
But like
Oh,
they all
yeah.
have their own ingredients,
Yeah.
and you can definitely see those on screen. I think that's what's so awesome
That's
about
awesome.
Yeah.
about
Well, that's what I was saying
film.
about like some of those guys just get way too up their ass though.
Oh, yeah.
And,
No,
like,
yeah.
I think Lars von Trier is a good example because he makes great movies and then he makes like movies that are almost like an insult.
Right.
That's just like fuck you. You're just fucking with me now.
I mean, you could say same with Michael Bay, you know, like
Oh no! Every single fucking thing about Michael Bay is just a big fart. Not even his fart. He's like, I don't even fart.
I don't fart. I just blow shit.
I just
up.
Yeah.
blow up.
I buy other
everything.
people's farts and smell them.
People fart in bottles.
So Beach Bum overall, I give it a like 7.5. I didn't actually.
of
I didn't
12?
Out of yeah, it was 12. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I didn't absolutely love the movie, but I
it
definitely
lost me from the point that after the part where the bums threw the party in the house, which was awesome. From the time he got arrested, From then until about when he hooked up with Martin Lawrence, lost me.
Okay.
And then when he got with Martin Lawrence again, it got going again, and I was into it again. But like that was just kind of like didn't know where it wanted to go. The whole movie didn't, but for the most part, there was entertaining people, entertaining things happening. But there was that little gap in there where it just kind of was like,
Yeah.
Zac Efron was entertaining, but for something about just like that whole little space, just kind of.
Well, just like the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Like just more and more, just random.
Yeah.
I'm also
Outsiderness.
glad that Zac Efron didn't try to steal the show. You know, I like how everyone had their time on the camera, and that's it.
I love that was one of the things I loved about it. It was these weird characters, and he just knew all of them.
Yeah,
but they
everywhere he
played
goes.
no big part in it. He just went and hung out with them and then fucked off.
Have we even mentioned Snoop Dogg yet?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Lingerie.
Lingerie is
He was great in it. He was super funny, and he looks great.
Yeah, no, he was.
He's like, man, you look like shit.
did-
He's like,
he
this is
did-
how I always look.
Yeah, I know. Like, what do you mean?
exact
This is
same.
how it is. Like, he really does too.
Yeah.
Same glasses, same stupid outfit, the sparkly
He's got
whatever
the fanny pack.
fucking
Yeah.
The
things
fucking
he's wearing.
dope-ass glasses.
Yeah.
though.
And
Good
let's
time.
not forget that cat.
Oh,
That poor cat.
Dude, I laughed my ass off at the end when he blew up the boat.
He blows the
and
boat
he's
up,
holding the cat, it's
and then he
all
just comes
great.
paddling out with the cat. They're both smoky and burned a little bit. I don't know where they found that cat. I don't know how many cats they actually went
They
through.
actually went through, yeah.
But that cat was a trooper.
Yeah.
Because it was just like,
Yeah, he's like
do
holding.
you think they like
this.
drugged it up
There
or
had to-
something?
there
My
had to have been
God.
a little bit of harm to animals in the making of this movie, right? A little.
Oh
hope
yeah.
not.
Did you hear about how many
I hope
animals
not,
died
right?
for Milo Notice?
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
A
this.
lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Milo Notice?
No.
It's an old.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
It's an old movie, kind of like Homeward Bound, and there's a
Okay.
cat and a dog, and they like go on little adventures together, and it's cute and fun.
You never saw Milo
And
Notice?
I watched it as a kid,
yeah.
loved it, great. And then I read a thing forever ago, and like so many cats and dogs died on that. They just kept
Jesus.
rotating them out, and then
Like
my wife brought it home the other day, and she's like, "I bought Milo Notice," and I was like, "Oh, you support animal abuse."
gonna
So
piss
we
off the
watched
community.
it, and watching it as an adult, it's like that cat died, that dog died, that cat died.
Scene for scene, go
No,
through.
really though. There's parts you're just like that cat definitely died. There's a part the dog's like going down the river and it's like that dog's already dead in the shot. And there's literally I think it was like 26 cats and like 12 dogs or something. It was I don't quote me because I don't have anything looked up, but there was significant amount of animals that died on it. And like literally you watch it and you can really point. It's like done.
That's a good dog
Done.
right there.
And then, like at the end of the movie, it's like, does it matter because they're all dead now? Because
Oh man,
It sounds like it was directed by the dude that did Cannibal Holocaust.
same guy,
Shit.
same guy.
Cutting towards.
There's really no difference between the two movies. If you
It's the
watch
same movie. This is the PG-13 version. There's no cannibalism.
well, that's what's funny is Cannibal Holocaust gets that report because they really killed animals. Milo and Otis
14.
is held up as one of the cutest little family movies of that
Kid
era.
movie, yeah.
And they've murdered a bunch of family household pets over and over again.
I
Yeah.
have not seen Homeward Bound in a long time. Fucking Matthew J. Fox is a.
Michael,
Twitchy
J.
little
Fox?
dog.
What did I say?
Matthew, Michael. I know what you meant. I know what you
okay.
meant.
You said Matthew Fox?
But you did say Matt. I thought you said Matthew J.
I don't
Fox.
think you did.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe
Whatever
I'm
word I
hearing
said.
things.
Whatever I
Frank,
announced.
go.
I'm hearing things. I might be a
Fuck
little
outta
out of here, man. Talking about animals dying.
I might be a little drunk. I'm sorry.
Anyway. Beach Bum was great. I
gonna buy
enjoyed it. I don't like. I mean, it's not like high art by any means, which is weird because this director kind of shoots for that like shock value, pretentious like high art thing. I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
And this time it was just like very airy and fun, and probably by far my favorite thing he's ever done. He wrote Kids though. That's probably the only one that would be up there for me. It was like his first thing he did. He wrote that.
Is it kind of like 13?
Kind of, yeah.
Like a darker take on.
Like really dark, really fucked up. It was like
So
NC-17.
it's worth watching.
It's yeah. Speaking of worth watching, there were a lot of great tits in this movie.
Yes.
I already said that,
There's a
but
lot of fake tits,
I
too.
can't
They were
emphasize that enough. They looked really good.
Sure, they were probably mostly fake. But
all,
yes,
all colors of the
there.
alphabet
All there. Yeah.
looked great.
Yep.
All of them
I like when he's just eating out Isla Fisher.
for so long.
And she's like doing her nails.
Yeah.
So long.
Here and Nell's done. No one cares.
If her name's
Yeah.
Isla, I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Isla, I
Isla.
think.
Yeah.
Kelsey's probably listening.
Yeah. There was a lot.
You guys.
There was a lot of tits in it.
And one penis.
And
at
and
least
probably
one penis.
probably Matthew
Probably.
McConaughey's penis.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'll bet it was.
Yeah.
He was born to show his penis in this
Yeah.
movie.
He was a Magic Mike. He didn't show his penis, so he wanted to redeem himself.
Right.
Boy, it was long.
It was a long penis.
Longer than mine. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah, speaking of penises, what he keeps talking about.
His poems are all about penises. Every poem, everyone's just like so drawn in, and they actually weren't that bad.
No, but there's
had me.
parts where he's just like, then I looked down at my penis
With pride.
and I smiled and loved it. And
Knowing that I've been in you
It's like,
twice
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
me feel beautiful.
But
everybody standing ovation. Like,
when I was listening to it, I kind of felt it. I was like,
Yeah.
that's kind of deep
I love how
in
they
more than one way.
kept making fun of her new husband, Limp Dick.
yo,
Yes.
yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, what was the line he said? What did he say?
Yeah, what,
Where he married this milk drinking closet case.
Yes,
Closet
that's
case.
What it was, that's what it was.
just like a co-ed cheerleader.
Like the first time he meets him is when they're getting married, I think.
yeah,
He
that's what
grabs
it
his
looked
dick, he's
like.
like,
Yeah, 5.5. Yeah, he's like, "Ugh."
pushes an old woman into a wall. And
and then just like holding his daughter like that the whole wedding. God damn! And then he's talking about her being born. He's like, I put my finger in like a hole, looked like the placenta or something. I
Yeah,
tore
oh,
that
yeah.
shit open. I grabbed your head.
And helped you into this
Helped
world.
you out into this world. Fuck.
Oh man, no, it was a great. I feel like the script or whatever the writers were. Did he write it?
I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
yeah, he
it felt
wrote and
very
directed it.
lifelike. It felt very real.
Yeah.
like I said, based
The
on
way
those-
characters would, those characters would act, and the direction was good. And this is my only thing. So I was thinking, I'm sure, like most of us, we were thinking it was going to take like this dark turn.
It would have been cool if it did, but
But at the same time, I really liked that it didn't, and then I liked how well it ended. Like I was like,
Yeah.
because I was almost like, oh, maybe it's just going to kind of fizzle out and end.
Blew up the boat with all the money
And
and,
then it-
just
yeah.
like him laughing with that cat.
and then it ended up being like a real good ending. And it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, because it felt like you were saying, it kind of just felt like, oh, where's this going to go? Maybe it won't really end. It'll
Yeah.
kind of just fizzle.
That's-
gets the Pulitzer, then
Yeah.
throws a firework party.
Yeah, and it was done.
Gets the
it was
money
done great.
finally.
But if you think about his wife's will, she's like, okay, you don't get anything until you finish your book.
Yeah.
I don't want you pissing away my family fortune.
Until you
finishes
finish your
the
book.
not
And
because of
blows
that.
it all
and then he blows the money up. He doesn't even piss it away. He just blows it up. I thought for sure I'm like, oh fuck, he killed himself.
I thought he died too. I thought the cat died too.
Yeah,
I know. I was like,
I thought we were gonna see
more
the
bad.
cat.
just fall.
Just fly
Final
up in a
Destination.
The
firework.
real cat.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I enjoyed the ending.
Yeah.
And I was very scared for the ending. I was honestly like watching it. I was like, oh, I don't know how.
I thought it was
know how
going
this
to take
is gonna
that turn
end,
of
and
the
then-
movies, like that little trend that's going right now, where just like done.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah,
just, like,
exactly.
done.
That's what I was
Which
saying.
like
I was
works
like, I didn't
sometimes.
want- I
like
didn't want that.
I feel like No Country for Old Men started that, and
What do you
then
mean?
people keep trying to do that. Where like
Oh, the movie just cuts
yeah,
off.
like literally like they're just talking like
But
just done.
That
What-
movie ends beautifully.
Oh, that movie's perfect. Like, no,
does.
yeah, no, I'm just
When
saying.
I
I feel like
first
that
saw
started
that-
that trend. I feel like people keep trying to do that.
Oh, when I
now.
first saw that movie, I was pissed about the ending.
Really?
Yeah, and I
Have
know
you read
a
the
lot of
book?
people were no.
It
no.
ends the exact same way, the exact same line.
But I've since rewatched the movie many times, and I love it
love
now.
that
but
movie. That's like one of my favorite.
yeah, it's
movies.
great.
It's amazing.
But when I first watched it, it just threw me off so bad because I hadn't seen a movie where it did that, where it was just like
So I'm saying that started the
show.
trend right there,
It didn't
I think.
show the guy die. It didn't show. It was just like he showed up. He was already dead.
In the
sorry,
Well, it makes you
spoilers,
feel
but-
weird because the bad guy kind of won.
Right?
He
yeah,
killed his wife.
Yeah.
Got away with
Got
everything.
away, yeah.
In the book,
bounced.
those things happen. The
I know,
The woman
I-
that he meets at the pool, she has a big part in the book when he meets her, and it actually talks about them dying. Like you read that happening, but in the movie you just
Oh.
see it. His wife, same thing. But the trend that he makes as a killer, he's always driving the car of the person that he kills.
That's cool.
That is
If
cool.
you guys didn't know,
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
They kind of do that in the movie.
Yeah,
yeah, he's always driving
Yeah,
the
yeah,
car.
they
of
do
someone.
that.
And then I never really picked up on that.
yeah, I never did either.
Nope.
But
But-
he just kind of flows with everything, so I never really
But
picked up like
I had never
specifically on
seen
that.
a movie like that where it was like, oh, the good guy is going to finally get away or whatever, and then all of a sudden, it just the next scene is like, yeah, he's dead, and then it just shows what's his face at his ranch and just talking, and then it ends. It was like, what the?
But tell
like
me-
when I first saw,
Well, no,
it,
he
I
goes
was
and
like,
kills his wife first and gets hit by the
that-
car and
yeah,
breaks his
yeah,
arm.
right,
and,
right.
like,
Breaks his arm,
ties
gets
it
away,
up, and then
yeah,
just
yeah.
like hobbles off.
Right,
He's like,
right.
I get some of that money. He's like, you give me your own damn shirt.
Yeah.
Little redneck.
Yeah,
Kids.
yeah.
Oh man.
Well, the best part's when he
Oh,
asks
hell,
those kids
I'll
for the
give you my
jacket
shit.
and his beer, and the guy's like, I'm giving him my beer, and he's like, Brian.
Bro.
Every movie where there's a dickhead character, side character that doesn't matter, their name is always Brian. Every time. Just like in real life.
We're all bastards.
Oh, fuck.
I love the dialogue in No Country for Old Men. Like when he's at the gas station, he has like that candy wrapper, and it focuses on the candy wrapper unraveling. And he's like,
He wads it up and he like puts it down.
he's like, "What time do you guys close? Dark after dark?" He's like, "Dark isn't a
No,
time. What
dark
time do you
is not the
close?"
time.
Right.
What time do you close? Do you forget?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we both all agree we like the beach bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Not high art
Really
or
good.
anything,
No.
but it almost in some senses the way it was filmed was high art for me. I thought.
No,
that was
yeah, I recommend
Perfect.
it. I recommend it to
Definitely. I would buy
people.
So everybody, watch The Beach Bum. It's got bad reviews. People hated it. You're probably gonna fucking hate it.
watch the tits.
Watch it anyway. If you hate, if
Yeah,
you don't like the movie,
Watch
there's
it
at
for the
least
tits.
Great tits.
There's at least some boobs in it.
Every
Quite
color
a
of the
few,
alphabet
quite a
of
few.
tits in that movie. And next week we're gonna watch Midsummer or Spider-Man or Stranger Things 3. Tune in next week.
We're gonna watch all three.
We're gonna watch all three. You'll find out what we talk about when we talk about it, if we talk about it.
Good night.
This is this is the fellowship. We're the fellas.
We are the fellas.
We are the
And
fellas.
We're shipping out.
have a terrible 4th of July.